Good morning, friends. Welcome to Lotus and the Light. My name is Jennifer. If you're joining me, then I suspect that Spirit has a message to share with you and with me, and we are working together to collectively pick up on that message and share it with one another. So I love that. I love when Spirit allows us to work together. So I just invite you to take that deep breath. Set the intention to for that open channel to Spirit and that open channel to me. And we will enjoy this message together. So let's see. Um, for some reason, I felt compelled to talk about um, how exciting it is that we are always seeking new experiences and adventures by design. That is what we were created for. We were created in this human experience to experience. Um, but uh, when we were created and that veil came down, that veil of forgetfulness came down, that veil came down so that we would forget who we were. Because the idea of this human experience was, what would it be like to not remember who we are, to not remember our divine nature, and to live? And so that's what this temporary experience of the human encounter is. And so um, a lot of times we feel like we are striving to achieve some perfect state of satisfaction, right? Like, when my life is perfect and nothing can get any better than this. But we actually are not here for that. We are here to expand our consciousness, and we expand through experience. And so experience doesn't look like everything going perfect all the time. And so for that reason, when we experience something we love, then all of a sudden there's something else we want to experience, right? Like, oh, that was great. What if we did this? Or this relationship was awesome. What would it look like if, I had this other kind of friendship or this other kind, and so it's just all about that expansion. And sometimes it's the, ooh, okay, I experienced that and I didn't care for that. Let's avoid that next time, right? That's part of it too. And so what we need to do is stop placing judgment on our experiences and making assumptions that because I had a negative feeling about that, that maybe I did something wrong or I'm being punished or whatever the case is. What the negative emotions are really telling us is that I'm not in alignment with my soul. I'm not in alignment with God about this. I believe something I shouldn't believe about this, is what the negative emotion tells us. It doesn't mean that what happened is bad. It just means I have something to learn from this. And I've decided that I no longer um, want to have this feeling. And so the way to, the moment you tell God, and I say tell God, it's not that intentional. The moment you feel like, ooh, I don't like this, you're sending up unconscious prayers to the universe, to God, saying, less of this equals more of this, right? Like, so you're creating prayers, you're creating experiences and different things to manifest in your life to be in more alignment with how you want to feel. The problem is to get from here, where you are, to here, sometimes we have to overcome things. We have to unlearn things. We have to realize and have revelations and new learnings and new understandings in order for us to be a vibrational match to this thing over here. So, for example, let's say, you say, I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of being broke. I want more money. Okay. What that rocket of desire that you have shot out into the universe, that you've sent up to God, even before you prayed about it consciously, is okay. I want to move out of a place of lack. I want to stop feeling unworthy of having abundance. That's really at the root of what you're asking. And so God will say, okay. That's what you want? Great. First, you have to stop feeling unworthy. So I'm just going to bomb you with moments where you're going to feel unworthy and you're going to keep feeling that negative aspect of that because it's not true, because you are worthy. And so you're going to keep feeling out of alignment with me, God, with your soul. You're going to feel out of alignment with me as I send these things to you because you're going to keep feeling this feeling that just isn't true, that you are ready to move out of. Before, you were fine with it. It was what it was, and you accepted it as truth. Now you want that no longer, and that's why you've launched this desire to not be poor anymore, to not be striving, to not be living in survival mode anymore, because you're ready to move on from that belief. And so you're going to keep feeling it. I'm going to keep sending you reasons to think about it until you recognize and wake up to the fact that this isn't true for you. And then when you do, you will be open and allow the energy to flow to you. That is the abundance that you seek, including, but not limited to, financial abundance. Does that make sense? And so, the problem is that we think, and then when we spend that time in actual prayer, all we're doing is we've already said the prayer the moment we felt it, thought it, right? The moment we said, ugh, I don't like feeling like this, prayer launched. The prayer time is just us confirming to ourselves and being aware within our own self and setting intentions around that desire. Okay, that's all the prayer time is. And the time to reflect inward and try to understand, where is this desire coming from and why. And so, one of the challenges that we face is we get caught up in the physical. And that becomes the only way we know how to understand and interpret our desires. And so then we start to hyper focus on the physical. So, for this example that I just used, which I've personally lived myself, of not wanting to be in survival mode and wanting to have financial freedom, I discovered was not just about financial freedom, it was about freedom as a whole for me, right? And it was about feeling worthy of abundance um, in its entirety, not just around money, not just feeling worthy, not, and I didn't realize that it was about my worthiness or unworthiness, right? I thought it was just about the financial freedom of it. But there's a worthiness aspect of abundance that you have to feel like you deserve it in order to allow the energy of it to flow to you. And so when we don't understand that there's something emotional and spiritual about the desire and we just hyper focus on the physical, then that becomes all that we try to manifest. And that becomes, and so the same thing happens to us physically. Instead of recognizing the bigger nature of who we are, that we are a soul here to have an experience, and that part of the reason that we're here is to experience different and unique things for each of us and to learn different and unique things. And somebody who came here on a mission to, like yesterday, I went to this place called Loveland Castle. If his mission on this earth was to build this castle, he came here in a body that was better equipped to be able to like walk down to the river and bring back the rocks and do all this manual labor and manual construction than say me, who I can tell you with certainty was not designed to come here and build a castle. And so we also come with predisposition to disease um, from the genetic baggage that we bring with us. We also come with, as we grew up in this life, the traumas of this life, that, and our bodies are designed to handle those unique things. So when we get hyper focused on the idea that we want to change and grow, I mean, we want to change and grow because that's part of the experience of it, right? We're designed to want more. We are designed to expand, not contract. We're designed to want more. But when we get hyper focused on it being only in the physical, it derails us. It takes us away from that expansion and actually puts us in a state of contraction. Because when we're just focused on, say, the body, like my body doesn't look like their body, and therefore my body's not good enough. So I need my body to look like their body. So I'm just going to become hyper focused on making my body look like their body. I need it to be skinny because society has decided that a body that is not skinny is the body of a lazy person. That's what society's decided. I need it to be um, my nose to be thinner and my lips to be fuller and my whatever. And it's like amazing when you see people that, we believe to be physically beautiful, yet they continue to do things to themselves. And I'm not passing judgment. We all do it. I wear makeup, not wearing any right now. We do spend time on our hair, like we all do it. So don't misinterpret me as saying that somehow I've overcome this and other people have not, because we want to feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that to a degree, but when we get out of whack with how much emphasis we should be putting on those physical things, and it distorts the view of ourselves, that's when it becomes really problematic. So that's what I came today, the message that I came with was really just to bring that to light. Like when our focus on the physical experience becomes more than, or more important than, or more prominent than the 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 journey as a whole, meaning, yeah, we are physical, we are human, but we're also spiritual, and there needs to be balance there. When we get too far to the side of the physical, that's actually what the book of Revelations is talking about the 666. The 666, oh, this aligns with your energy centers in your body. And the 666 are your first three chakras, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra. And those are kind of rooted in our humanness, our humanity. But then the reverse of that, the 999, would be your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. That's your spiritual side. And then they're met in the middle by your heart chakra, where that all comes into balance when we open ourselves up to our heart. So I say all this to say that these ideas of like this evil 666, da 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 da, da, evil is not about, is not what you think it's about. Evil is about not living in the joy and abundance that we were designed to live in, because we are um, it's be living, it's death. It's a living, breathing death, because we're so bogged down by the burdens of the 666, by the physical elements of our existence, because we haven't brought them into balance with the wholeness of who we are, the 999s, right? Okay. So that's feels very complicated and complex. I don't know that I explained it in a way that I didn't know I was going to go there today. This has been something that has been on my mind for a while, many months. When I first started this channel, I thought this is one of the first things I'm going to talk, and I never talked about it. I don't know where to, and I believe that this is exactly what was telling us throughout his ministry. So for that reason, I think I am going to pull a biblical tarot card real quick, and I might pull a self-love oracle. Oh, okay, one just fell out. Let's see what we got. It's a one, okay? It's the beginning of a journey. And it is Ace of Chalices. So that's Ace of Cups, basically. So this is about the beginning of a new emotional journey. I love this. That's right. It's time to bring your lower chakras into balance with your upper chakras and start doing some healing, some emotional healing, and starting a new emotional journey. I love this. And sorry for this, it's the Samaritan woman at the well, and it says, but who, this is John 4:14, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. Do you hear this? The water I will give them will become a spring, sorry, will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. Okay, listen to that. It's in them. That is the life he gives. It's in them, the water he gives, and it will well up. That's your chakra systems, engaging your energy centers, engaging your root chakra, feeling safe, your sacral chakra, creativity and creation. Your solar plexus chakra is all about action. Your throat chakra is about finding your voice. Your heart chakra is about being in tune to your soul, being in tune to spirit, but also being in tune to your connection to the universe. That's the cross. Your heart is the cross. It's your connection here and your connection here. I mean, it's all activating all of these in a balanced way, is where it's at. And that's what Jesus is trying to teach in this scripture. He's trying to say, what I've got for you isn't just about your actions in the physical 3D world. It's about something so much more. It includes your actions in the 3D world. Not, I don't mean that in a judgmental, moral sense. What I mean is that we're here as humans to have experiences. And so the feelings and the experiences you have as a human matter. They're helping us to grow. Okay. And then the card that I get from what is this called? The self-love oracle is the cleanse and protect. Solar plexus, cleanse and protect. Solar plexus, the color, the vibrational match to your solar plexus energy center is yellow. That's the frequency that vibrates at. I also see a lot of yellow actually in this card. So I think there's a lot going on here. And oh my gosh, two ones. So this is a one, the start of something. This is a 10. The 10 is the end of something, but 10 also breaks down to a one. So it's the end of something and the start of something. So it's the start of emotional healing. That is where you're at. Cleanse and protect your solar plexus. So solar plexus is your life force. It's what gives you drive and energy to go do things, to take action. And it's the idea here is about taking action. This is what I feel spirit telling me. The actions that you're taking in life aren't always inspired actions, and that's what it's time to change. It's time to start tapping into spirit and taking actions that are divinely inspired instead of inspired by your ego, inspired by your monkey mind that's telling you, go do this because you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, go exercise again, go exercise again. Or go pull yourself up by your bootstraps, get that job, work harder, do more, do more, do more. That's the ego mind. And your solar plexus is designed to be motivated by your heart. That's where your motivation should be coming from. Okay. Cleanse and protect, clear stagnant energy, and raise your vibration. Burning healing herbs and sacred wood is said to clear stagnant energy in the atmosphere and elevate the mood of those who inhale its smoke, which offers protection and cleansing, energetic clearing, and mood enhancement. Anything that pulls you off your center or blocks the flow of your vital energy leaves you vulnerable to influence and depletion. This card calls for you to cleanse, protect your energy, and move forward. Where am I stuck in my thinking and habits? Do I surrogate energy for others? Listen to your beliefs and contemplate where they stem from. Ask yourself if there is a strong outside influence that doesn't truly resonate. Are you taking on other people's problems? Are you swayed by others? In this age of Aquarius, the past is rapidly becoming obsolete. We are being called upon to become very creative and constantly create anew. Solar plexus energy is what gives us the motivation to create. Um, Welcome these changes and allow yourself to let go of any self-limiting beliefs that may lead you to act defensively or take away from your creative destiny. Keeping your chakras clear and your mind neutral will help you protect and cleanse your whole self. This is what I'm talking about. Authentic yoga practices, such as Kundalini yoga, are designed specifically to clear chakras and the aura and to cleanse the mind and body and offer protective energy. So I know this is hard for people to connect to Christianity and to Jesus, but if we really dig into the lessons that Jesus offers us and the words that he offers us, this is 100% in line. with exactly what he's telling us about life and how to find abundant life. It's not wrapped up in the physical alone. And we have to learn how to expand and broaden our perspective of who we are. We are much bigger than that and much more than that. And that's not where our joy is found. I say that way. When we're led by our heart, it leads us into physical experiences that do bring us joy, but our joy is also wrapped up in a bigger, more enlightened understanding of these experiences than we can depict when we're just stuck in the physical of it all. I hope that made sense. I hope something resonated there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.